Hey guys, how are you doing? So, I have my narcissist landlord continuation episode, right? Because it's, interesting how things are unfolding, and I never expected them to unfold in this way. But this is the reality, this is what I'm dealing with, and, God said I have to put it out there, so this is what I'm going to do. So, if you've seen my videos about my landlord, then you remember that she was threatening to sort of not kick me out, like because I was gang stalked, right? I could not be in that house anymore. I literally had to go somewhere because they made it so impossible to stay there, right? So I was in there for like more than half a year, and I was like from time to time coming back to sort of slowly move my things out of that place. But because of the stalkers, I could not just go at any time, so I was going at random times decided by God. And because of that, the landlord was kind of pressuring me to get out quickly from the house, and I was taking my time, and I stopped paying rent half through the process. That was also orchestrated by God. But anyway, so we talked with her, and then she sort of started getting paid from this company that secures you, that sort of covers you when the person is not paying the rent, right? So she's kind of like insurance. So she was talking to them, and she did get some kind of payment for that part that I didn't pay. But all of this was done without me, but I mean, maybe I'm not even necessary in that process. But that company has been sending me letters too. But I only found these letters like a few days ago because I finally moved out of the house and I had to, take everything out. And so I finally saw these letters because I was going through things. And so I'll talk about this in a second. But one more thing, when we were talking with that landlord, she was telling me that I need to get out as soon as possible, because if I don't do so, not the company that covers the rent, but the company that's like another company that is taking care of the contract, right? Because they're like real estate company, really. Yeah. So she said that this real estate company will throw my stuff away by force, like. And I told her that, hey, if anything is thrown away without my permission, or like not by me, then all stalkers will have to pay me back every single thing, and that's it. And I suppose she really wanted me to move out by the end of September. And in the end of September, she was telling me, like, you really need to go to talk to this company that covers the rent, because, like, and you need to explain your situation. She was saying that right after I said that I will make stalkers to pay everything back to me. So she was under kind of impression that I will move out by the end of September, and October, like, I won't be there. I believe this was September. I'm so like not paying so much attention about the time anymore. No, this was actually end of August, September. Yeah, I had another month doing a different thing, sorry. So this was even earlier. So she was under impression I will move out by the end of August, and September I won't be there, which didn't happen. And so she was pressuring me to move out, and she was like, go and quickly explain all your situation to that, rent company. And I'm like, and so I was like, I don't have anything to say. Let the gang stalkers explain everything. And so I wasn't even bothered, but she was really panicking at the time when I told her that I will make everyone pay everything back to me and all the money that I wasted because of them. I said that, and she was panicking, and she was like really pushing me to go and explain everything to them. And I said, it's not my thing. It's not my job to explain things. They are supposed to be the ones doing the explanation of what were they doing this whole time. So that's that. So basically, this thing continued, and I only came back to the house in October, and my stuff was in place, nothing was touched, and she wasn't even contacting me because she's scared, because she sees that I see her through, and I was able to stop her on her every attempt to manipulate or gaslight me. None of that worked, and every time I replied to her in a straight manner that I see it through, there is a pause. There used to be a pause. Then she would sort of come up with a new tactic, and she would try and reply to me. But even that wouldn't work. I would even stop that. And so in the end, she gave up sort of talking to me at all. And this continued, and the only reason they didn't do anything to my stuff is because they know that I'm right, and they know that I'm telling the truth, and they know that they're the ones who have messed up really bad. And so I came back, and I was slowly moving my things, and everything that I was doing is literally guided by God. I'm not relying on my own understanding, and everything I did, the way I did, the timing I did it, everything was orchestrated by God. And I had multiple confirmations from God, prophetic confirmations that I should do this or that. So that's what I did. Basically, I didn't even know when exactly I'm leaving the house. Am I really leaving it? Am I staying? I didn't know. I was really guided every step of the way. And finally, on Sunday night, I left the house. I took everything out. By the way, it's very symbolic what I left in the house. Because I could not take some stuff out, and I believe that's also orchestrated by God. So first of all, there's a lot of things. I don't even know where to begin. Basically, I invite you to watch my previous videos too. It will be easier for you to understand what I mean by everything that I say, if you know the story behind it. So one of the things that I left was a mirror dresser thing. I couldn't sell it or take it out because it's not exactly in a good condition anymore, so you have to throw it out, but because I'm doing everything by myself, and there was a reason I wasn't able to do anything about it, so I left it there. And also the real estate guy said that I can leave stuff, it's fine. So mirror represents looking at yourself, something narcissists avoid doing by all costs. Another thing that I left was a TV table, which is also not in a very good condition anymore. So I left it there, and TV. People are brainwashed by the television. They trust TV so much. So not only people need to look at themselves, they need to stop watching TV. Right? There's mirror, there is no TV. It's just TV table and mirror. Another thing I left, you know, because it was not the day to throw out the glass, so I just left it there for them to throw it out. I had some vinegar, some Japanese rice vinegar, and also a bottle of wine, which I had, but I didn't touch. Like, they were all unopened. Like the vinegar and wine, they were not opened. They're like new bottles. And so that represents like rice. It's Osiris, you know. I made a video about one of the Japanese shrines, like literally worshipping Osiris. Like as calling him like the god of rice. But Holy Spirit explained it to me that it's Osiris. And wine, you know, kind of represents, you know, the blood of Jesus. So people need to be saved, right? People need to be saved. And the only way to be saved is through the blood of Jesus. So they need to be washed and cleansed with his blood from the Osiris, right? From this satanic thing that they're doing. Another thing that I left was a bunch of plates, you know, because the only thing you can do with them, you know, like kitchen stuff, throw it out, right? You can't sell it because it was used. And so I put it in this box where you take the glass out. But it was not the day, so I just left it there for them to take it out. The thing is that this landlord, she was literally picking on me, and she was telling me one day that you can't throw out the plates like this. You have to do it on a different day. Like, this is only for cans and like glass bottles, or, you know. And I'm like, that does not make sense. Like, you should be able to throw out plates here too. But she was really telling me like, no. And by the way, I did take them out like that by myself several times. Always worked, because those guys that come to pick it up, if it's something that is not according to the rules, they don't take it, right? So they would have left it, but there's never a problem with that. So I believe this could have been a reminder to her as well, that she was like literally just picking on me, and that did not go unnoticed too. And the last thing we did, we shut the breaker off because of how she was manipulating the rent guy. She said, like, when I came back, I had to sort of call the electricity company to put the electricity back on, because you know, if you want to sell like fridge, right, you need electricity, because people who come to pick it up, they have to see that it's working. So she saw the light on and she realized I'm back, but instead of, you know, talking the normal way, she went into this manipulation, and she called the rent guy, and she's like, I don't know why, but there's like electricity in the house, can you please go and like shut the breaker off? When she knew exactly what was going on. I talk about this in my other video. So, you know, and it's interesting because when she was on the phone with the guy, she was a whole different character. Like, she talks differently to me. Like, obviously a narcissist, you know, because they morph into different characters for every single situation, you know. And so, you know, that happened. So I shut the breaker off because she probably knows that I heard her, because I talked about this on my YouTube video and she's watching them, so she knows. So, but we did that too. So, you know, there's a lot of these like connections, and none of it like was my idea, right? I could not think about this. I could never think about like vinegar or wine by myself, like, ever. I just saw the result, right? I'm just looking and I'm listening to God, right? And it makes sense, why this happened the way it did, every single detail, God works out every single detail. And so this is what happened. And one more thing I forgot to mention is that, she was threatening me that the rent covering company will throw my stuff out. No. One more thing I forgot to mention was that this contract real estate company will throw my stuff out. Right? And what happened was, when she called the real estate guy and when he came and when we talked with him, he was saying that it's not them, but it's the rent covering company, and that it's the landlord that told him that this rent covering company will throw my stuff by force. So can you see that there's already kind of like not the same things, because she told me it's the contract real estate that will do this, but the real estate is saying that it's not them, it's the rent company, and he's only saying that to me because the landlord told him. So can you see she's saying different things to different people? So that's that. And also I told you that I saw the letters from that rent company. None of the letters ever mentioned taking my stuff by force. There's no word about that. There's like this final notice even that I received, like this is like your final thing, like before they take any like actions. They even say they will take like, or they may take legal actions, but there's nothing about like taking your stuff, throwing it out by force. Landlord was also saying that they will go to my house to evaluate if they can take anything and use it as value, to cover the rent, money. But none of that was in the letters either. So can you see how manipulative she is? And she was really pushing me out of the house. She was really pushing me. She was really panicking at a point. So it's that. So now that I finally moved out and I left the house Sunday night, and God was keeping me in the area. I did not understand what was happening, but I was just obeying, just doing what he says me to do, going where he says me to go. Some of the things I don't even understand what I do anymore, but I do understand as time passes and I see certain things work out. So what happened today, and today's Wednesday, right? Wednesday afternoon, I passed by that place because I'm in the area, and it just happened that I had to go to a certain place that's close to that place where I lived, and I passed by the house, and so, okay, let's take a look at what's going on there, because I took out the trash, so I wanted to see how that's, is it gone, is it there, is everything okay, to see how it looks, is there any changes. And imagine every single thing is taken away, like it's already prepared for the next people to move in. It's cleared, clean, everything is gone, all the, the wine, the vinegar, because you leave it outside, right? The plates, gone, like nothing's there, like literally. And even the mail, where you put the mail, like it's sealed with a tape, and they're literally already ready to, she's ready to get new people, So, see, I'm not talking to her, and I never told anyone how soon I'm moving out. I didn't even know when I was moving out. I didn't know I was gonna leave completely on Sunday. And, it was a surprise to me that I'm leaving on Sunday. So I really had to do some things. It was unexpected to me to do it in that kind of way. So it's God orchestration to confuse the enemy. And so somehow she knew that I'm gone, right? Because it's only Wednesday afternoon, it's already cleared for the new people. How is that even possible when you don't know what's going on, when you don't talk to me? When I suppose that a normal person would at least wait until the end of October, till November, and like 1st of November, okay, let's check one more time how she's doing. But no, she knew I'm gone. She knew it. How did she know that? Right? How did they clear everything so fast? You know, I did leave the key though, but how did she know to go and check on Monday or Tuesday? I mean, it's only 2 days, right? And it's not even end of the month. And she was threatening me again, I mean, through that contract guy that, you know, within October, they're planning to take my stuff out by force. But October hasn't ended yet, right? So why would she go and check if she was going to check? She knew I left. How did she know that? And so I talked to God, and God was like, yes, they watch your every move. So they knew you left. And this explains it, because she's a narcissist. All narcissists are stingy. And the reason she wanted me out so quick, first of all, because she saw she can't do anything with me, like none of her tactics are working with me. It's not interesting for her to talk to me, right? I see her through. I'm a threat to her. And also, sort of, I'm occupying the space that could bring her money. And because of that, she's not getting the money. And now that I'm gone, she wants to quickly rent the thing again so that she gets her money. Because narcissists are stingy that way. So, not only are the stalkers watching and they knew my every move, and they don't like that I talk about these things so openly on YouTube, but they don't leave me other choice. But also the stingy, narcissistic landlord, who not only was panicking that the truth will come out and they will have to pay me back, but also you know, she literally knew I was gone, and she's like, oh great, you know, finally, like, I'll get some money, you know, I'll get some new supply, new people. So that's what's happening. And another interesting thing was that 2 people were extremely surprised to see me today in that area. And like literally surprised, like these people had literally surprised expressions on their faces. Like both of them kind of even like stopped for a second, like, whoa, is it really her? You know, kind of facial expression, right? Literally staring at me. And I'm even looking at them back, I'm like, excuse me, like, you know, you want something from me? Kind of thing, because, you know, spiritually I feel some kind of like surprise and some kind of like even negative reaction. So that's why I'm like, you have a problem or something, you know, towards them. So it is gang stalking for a reason, because it's a lot of people. And I said that you know, there are a lot of them working on this thing, which did not succeed. And they're cooperating, like literally crazy things that they're doing. So yeah, that's what happened. That's the continuation of the story. So it hasn't ended yet. But yeah, the house that I said that she's renovating, right, is you know, work is really going. Like they're changing, like they're coloring the walls. They're refreshing the color. So she really wants to show that she's a good landlord, and you know, she's trying to gaslight everyone that she's so kind. but this is like really her another manipulation. Don't fall for it. So yeah. I had to put this out there to give you the real picture, the real thing. And you see that I catch her on so many lies and, you know, manipulation tactics. Like, she is literally saying different things to different people. She's pretending to be a different person to different people. And yeah, she's already ready to get new people into the flat because she's stingy. The thing is, I could have, you know, stayed there and done my thing and paid her. The whole time. She wouldn't have lost anything. It was her own fault, like literally. Like, you literally reap what you sow. She kind of came against herself. She did this to herself. And there's more consequences coming. Right? Because I'm speaking the truth. And God is working on this thing. You know. Oh yeah, by the way. Do you remember I was saying that they kind of threw my box where I take out the glass into this river thing? Like, I didn't even have a chance to collect it after I took out the trash, the glasses, the cans. And I saw it like literally kicked off into this river thing where I couldn't even take it, so I just left it there. And then I went to record a video where I talked about this. I uploaded it, and when I came back home, imagine it was taken out and put quietly, you know, on the thingy. So it gave me a mixed feeling kind of time. At first it's like, wow, like, are they changing, you know? Have they changed? Or is this another manipulation to sort of stop me from talking, to forgive them, to be like quiet and not say anything? You know, I was thinking about different things, but now that I see that they cleared the space so quickly and that they're watching my every move, I see this was manipulation. They realized they messed up by doing that more because I will speak more and I will have more proof. And so they put it back up to sort of make amends, you know. But now I see it's actually very sneaky, because normally you would actually take like a real action and apologize and do something, you know. Because in this situation, you know, things could have been changed, right? But yeah. But they only sneakily put it up there. So it wasn't like a real thing. So it was manipulation. So anyway, I will upload more as I see what's going on. You know, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing like literally a chain of all kinds of people are involved in this whole story. And I even believe that this chain is huge. The more I see, the more I realize that it's not just this area. It's like literally interconnected. And I'm in this area placed by God strategically. This is what I'm seeing. So, and I'm talking like this can be even connected to such things as, you know, child pornography problem in the world, corrupt governments, people who are corrupt in the governments. All these things I believe are connected to the people that I'm dealing with right now. So, yeah, I invite you to be with me and follow this story with me. Anyway, it's controlled by God. Like, literally, I only know so much, and I only see as much as God is revealing me. But I will be uploading. See, I thought I moved out and that's it. That's what they thought. But God was like, no, you have to go back and see more. And that's what happened. And I went back and I saw. So yeah, so this is what I wanted to share with you in this video, and I'll see you next time, guys.